Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to my subscriber lesson. It's Sunday morning here in the UK, and our local time is 5:22 a.m., which is the GMT Greenwich Mean Time. As you might be aware, dear viewers, this lesson is mostly for the subscriber. So, being a non-subscriber, you can only listen to me silently, and there is no way you can comment unless you donate something and you make a comment and I can see the presence. Okay, and remember that, dear viewers, this is the rule and policy of this app, that when a teacher conducts the lesson for the subscriber, it is mostly intended for the subscriber. However, from my side, every week I conduct 3 to 4 lessons about different things which are publicly open for everyone, and you can always come and make a comment there to know about more. And those lessons are, one of them is IELTS strategies, second one is grammar, okay, and third one is common mistakes, and fourth one is vocab as well as the basic pronunciation tips. Very often, many students ask these common questions: do you need to learn accent or pronunciation? I always suggest them it's better to go for the pronunciation. Pronunciations have some rules, some techniques and strategies through which you can always learn the accurate way of pronouncing the word, and you can develop yourself. Okay, so that is the answer of the question. And today, this lesson is going to start sharp after 7 minutes, 5:30. But I always try to start a little bit earlier so that other viewers can join, and also my student is aware that class is going on, because they get the notification automatically from the system that, oh, this is your class time, come on and join it. Okay, but many a times students are busy, they can't come, but still they can watch it, the recorded program later. Monica, thank you very much for the donation. That's so cool. I was in your live stream earlier. That's really an amazing matter that I spoke to you and many of the amazing speakers. Thank you very much for your donation. And also, through these classes, I try to help many IELTS candidates or students who would like to get required score. In order to study or work in the English-speaking countries, it is a mandatory requirement that you have to have the IELTS certificate. You have to have the required score, which is why these lessons are targeted for those people, those learners who always like to build their confidence level to get amazing score. And honestly speaking, up to now I have taken 133 private lessons, and I had 26 students from the IELTS in a background that they would like to sit for the exam, and I took their test, I advised them, suggested them, showed the guidelines, and amazingly they got good score, and the high score was 8.5. Hey Juan, welcome, thank you very much for joining. And the lowest score was 6, and also both academic and general test candidates were there. And there are some steps which I taught them really become fruitful for them. Hello Ward, welcome. I can't hear you, Juan, unfortunately. Yeah, now I can hear you. Are you still there? Hello, Juan. Oh, it's echoing now. Possibly you logged in from the mobile as well as from the laptop. However, I can hear your sound now. So welcome back, and I'm sorry, Juan. Yesterday I was not well. I couldn't take the lesson. So this lesson would be rolled over to the next week or in extra class. Okay, and you are not charged as well. Remember that. Hey, Steve, thank you very much for the donation. That's really cool. One of my favorite teachers on Hello. Now you have got 11 cents. Yeah, you can't donate any more 10 cents. Previously, there were options. You could donate 10 and then 50, something like that. Welcome back, one.
Yeah. Hi, Teacher Rahat.
Assalamu alaikum, one.
Waalaikumsalam. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm sorry. Yesterday, I was not well.
I see, no worries. Hope you're getting well now, getting
Y-
better.
Yeah, I said to you, I'm better. I woke up today a bit early
Oh, okay.
because I had to sleep a bit early today. So
Mm,
thank you very much for being patient. You send me the message later. I saw it later and answered it. However, we are going to get one extra lesson, okay? Even and also, they didn't charge you. What I understood from the transaction, and I contacted the Hello, IT. They said, okay, don't worry. If you miss a lesson, the policy is that it will be rolled over one more extra lesson.
I see. It's
Okay.
okay.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. So tell me, what did you learn over the last few days?
Um, Last few days. You mean from your class or from my own
Both,
learning?
both. First,
Both.
tell me from your side. I like to know whatever you have learned. My class is only for an hour. It's limited time. It is always better to practice yourself. Whatever you learn from a teacher, and then you practice, you apply, you implement. We call it.
uh, I try to practice on the conditional. So these few days I was quite busy, but I try to practice on the conditional that I learned from you, and
Mm-hmm.
I also check it from the internet, from the websites. So the examples of the conditional, so that I can get understand it more.
Okay.
And I use also cake applications to get know more vocabulary from there. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to write a sentence in the screen in a moment to test you, whatever you have learned. No,
Oh, it's very dangerous.
no. This is how we cross check. Okay. Don't
Yeah, yeah.
worry. Uh, like if I'm late, then don't wait. Okay. If I'm late, they don't wait for me in dinner time. In the dinner time, it should be specific. It is a
Hmm.
conditional sentence, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember uh, the structure of the conditional sentences that we studied last week?
This is the zero conditional.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so if I'm late, they don't wait for me. So this is a facts. So um, how to explain this? So, so this is the facts, means that if I late, they are not going to wait for me for the dinner. They will eat the dinner first without me. So that
So,
is a fact.
does it happen to your case as well? One, if you're late, do your family
Uh,
wait for you?
Sometimes maybe they will eat first.
So it's a kind of fact. Very good. Well done. So if I'm late, they don't wait for me in the dinner time. They said, "Oh, he's late, so let's have the dinner." Is that your son?
Yes, yes, that's my son.
Oh, cute boy. What's his name?
Iman
Uh,
Naufal.
Iman Afal. Maybe he wants to see and talk to me. Hello, Iman. He's behind you.
Iman, yes, sir. I talked with him first.
How old is he?
3 years old.
Okay.
3 years old. Wait, sir.
No, no, no worries, no worries. You take time.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, sir.
All right. Okay. By the way, you might be aware, one and other viewers, most of my live streams are shared through my Facebook Live as well as YouTube channel, because many of my students say that they like to join from there. They can't join through the Hello, so they can. Those people always watch silently, and sometimes if they are confused, they ask me questions, which I answered later. So if you ever want to visit my YouTube account, you can find that many of these live streams are there. You are also there. Okay.
Can I follow your Facebook and also your YouTube
Yeah.
channel, YouTube
Yes.
channels as well?
Definitely. That's amazing.
Can
Yeah.
I have the, maybe you can share? Oh,
Okay.
cannot share here. Can.
I can show you my Facebook ID. Give me a
Ah,
second.
okay.
I thought you knew, but looks like you don't know that. Okay. No, that's no problem. Let me show you my Facebook ID. And also, we have got a Hello page, Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see? This is me.
Oh, Rahat and Ali.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll find the same logo. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Got
Okay.
it.
That's my Facebook ID. Anyone is welcome to follow me or send me a friend request, and I'll try to accept you. And
Yeah.
also, um, let me give you the link for my YouTube channel. Possibly you can subscribe straight away.
Okay.
Hang on a moment, please.
Okay.
So I've just shared the YouTube channel.
The, okay.
Can you see it now? One.
Yes.
Thank you very
And
much.
I will visit your channel later
Thank
and
you. Yeah.
subscribe for me.
All right. That will be great. Okay. Um. Yeah. All right. That is the page I shared. Now that's really cool. That is a zero conditional. If you remember, zero conditional always deals with the fact, data, universal truth, or reality of human lives. Okay.
Yeah.
Like now this one. If I were you, I wouldn't do that. Okay. Which conditional it is?
Second conditionals.
Very good. Thank you very much. You have really studied well. Okay. Can you please give me an example from your side, if possible?
Mm, if I were a millionaire, I would buy an island.
Wow. Congratulations for your great dreams. Dream big always. If I were a millionaire, I would buy an island. Hmm. That's great. And what was the last conditional we started? Was it third conditional?
Mm, we stop at third conditionals, I think.
We finished third
But
conditional, right?
we finished at third conditional. But last week we studied on the,
Mixed conditional, possibly.
yes, a bit on mixed conditionals.
Okay, so conditionals are finished. Is there anything you like to know before we jump to the next topic?
So far, okay. I will study more on that. If I have any questions, I will ask you later, sir.
Okay, and also, yeah, we studied then phrasal verbs. Get,
Yes, phrasal verb last week.
yeah. Honestly speaking, one phrasal verbs are one of the amazing parts of the English language, and there are thousands of phrasal verbs. It is never possible to remember all of them. So, what I will suggest that, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose a few more phrasal verbs, or maybe five or six. Then you will do rest as your homework. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So because I was not well, I couldn't prepare the phrasal verb class today. So we'll go back and study some grammar part. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Which part of grammar you think you need to focus on?
Mm, uh, So today,
Or maybe you can
mm,
read something if you want to. We've got a
okay.
lot of readings materials.
Uh, do you have any examples on the difference between be, been, being?
Yes,
If you have that, maybe we can go on the lesson on that first. Be, been, being,
difference with be, been,
being.
being. Yes. Okay. So, what do you understand by be? What is be? Tell me what do you understand. Then we can go from there.
But I also learned from you. I think last 2 weeks, been is the past partic- been is also past tense for be. Am I right, sir? Been is a past tense for be. Or I
That's
was
right.
wrong.
Yeah,
Uh,
been.
so be is for the
Past
before this
participle. Past
past
participle.
participle. Past participle. Sometimes I also don't know the differences between be and become. Like I want to be a doctor, I want to become a doctor. Which one is correct? So I get confused on that as well.
Okay. Um, be, been. Okay, I'll explain in a moment. Been. So be, be means to be verb basically. Okay, but in some cases I have seen that people also used been as a past tense, but they don't. Been is not generally used as a past tense. Okay. One. It
Mm.
is the been that has been used as past participle, and you have seen that all the present perfect continuous, the present perfect or past perfect continuous or past perfect or future perfect or future perfect continuous use have been. Like I've been there in this place. Like someone said, like, look, I have been to this place many times. Say I've been to London many times, for example. Okay. Here, this being is, you know, hang on a second, let me get my mobile phone. One moment, please.
Okay.
Here, been is the past participle form of the been. Okay, one.
Okay.
Remember that this is one of the amazing ways. You can say this sentence in a different way, like I have visited London many times. I have seen London many times, or I have watched London many times. You can say this word. But when you use been, which is the past participle form of be, means it could mean many things. Like you went there and you came back, possibly. Okay, you went there, you saw something, you came back, possibly. So it's basically a greater and broader aspect to explain been.
Mm.
Okay, so and be verb. The normally, if you remember, what are the be verbs?
Am, is, are,
Am.
was,
Go on. Yes.
am, are, where,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Been as well.
been.
Oops, sorry, been. Is there any more be verb?
Mm,
What do you think? Do you think that there will be more be verb?
I think no.
Okay, let me find out. Have you just subscribed to my channel?
Not yet.
Not
I
yet.
tried to join the link using the link that you shared, but I cannot click on that.
Maybe you can watch it later. No worries.
Yeah.
Um, and also the being, as you are mentioning, being is also another one.
Been.
So it's so one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Channel it is eight. Where is the other one? Oh, be. Be itself is a be verb.
Or be. Mhm.
Okay. or now your question was, I want to be a doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll also today explain you one phonetic techniques. If you remember, your sound would be better. Want to be doctor,
Doctor. Doctor.
or I will become a doctor. Is it what you said?
I want to become a doctor.
Sorry,
I want to become.
I want to become a doctor.
And
Okay.
maybe I can add another one, sir. I wanted to become a doctor.
I
So
I,
the differences between them. I wanted to become a doctor. The
I,
third example.
I wanted to. Yeah.
I wanted to.
Okay. All right. Now, I want to be a doctor. There is a tiny difference between all the sentences are correct. There is nothing wrong. Okay. One,
Oh,
I want to
another
be a
one.
doctor means you have
Another
not
one, sir.
studied yet. You have not started the doctor's education yet, but you're studying any other degree before you want to become a doctor. But you're saying someone else, look, guys, after studying or after finishing my degree, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor. Want to be a doctor. Okay. There is one sound here, WA.
Mm,
That is the amazing part. WA always become WO in English language. And
yes.
there is a double consonant rule as well in the same sentence. T and T. I'm going to explain it later. First, let me clarify these three sentences. I want to be a doctor means, yeah, I have not started the doctorate program yet. Okay. That's your plan that you would like to be a doctor in the future. And I want to become a doctor. This sentence may have two meanings. Number one, you have started the studying of that degree. So your plan is to become a doctor, number one. Number two could be similarly, you have not completed your education like a college or pre-education, which will help you to become a doctor. So you're expressing, I say, hey, I want to become a doctor in the future. Now the third
Mm,
sentence is the past tense, like I wanted to become a doctor. So you're not a doctor anymore. You started something else. Okay, you're expressing your, you know, a thought or wish from the past, like I wanted to be a businessman, or I wanted to study in IT, or I wanted to become a doctor, but I couldn't for some reason.
I see.
You see the difference? It's a
Yes, yes.
it's a tiny difference, but in broader aspect of when you think, want is the present form of the verb want, wanted, wanted. Past tense and past participle same.
Okay.
Like if I say, you can say that, hey, I wanted to become a doctor, but I studied. What's your job again? One, I forgot.
I'm a lawyer.
So you're a lawyer, but you can say, hey, I wanted to become a doctor, but I have become a lawyer now. Do you deal with divorce case,
No, because
family law?
I'm not the Sharia lawyer in Malaysia. In Malaysia, for the family matters, for the Sharia matters will be handled by the Sharia lawyer. Sharia lawyer. They need to have a Islamic certificate for that. For that, but for the civil lawyer like me, we can only handle for the
Civil.
non-Muslim family matters. But I'm not dealing with the family matters.
Okay, I understand. So for the family matters or family law, you need to be a Sharia lawyer that should be certified by the government, yeah?
Yes, correct.
And you are a civil lawyer, which deals other things. Okay,
Yes.
that's really cool to know. Okay, that's good. Can you see that? I want to, in want, today you can learn it if on phonetics rule, double consonant rule. Consonant rule. So what is the double consonant rule? It's very easy. A word has a consonant at the end, like want, okay, one, and the next word starts with the similar consonant two, T. In the word want, T is the last consonant, okay, last letter, right?
Yes.
And the next word starts with the similar letter. We call it is a double consonant. So what happens basically in that case, always you have to pronounce it together, and one consonant will be gone. Not want to, it is one to.
Want to.
Okay,
Hmm.
is it clear?
Yes.
We don't say I want to, rather than we say I want to in one breathe. Like I want to be a doctor. I want to become a doctor. I wanted to be a doctor. Similarly, look, this word, how you are going to pronounce?
Forget to.
Hmm. Go on.
Forget to.
Very good. Forget to. Don't forget to. Not forget to. This is the one of the rules of, we call them, connected speech. I'm sure you may have heard this expression previously from me. Connected speech is the one of the amazing techniques how the natives speak, and their sound is a bit different than ours because they follow the connected speech rules. Connected speech has few categories. It is an advanced level discussion, but I'm giving you some concept. Like there is catenation, assimilation. These are some of them, where you have to sometimes remove some of the sound or letter. In some cases, you have to bring a letter as well, bring a sound. Okay,
Hmm.
or sometimes the sounds become a third kind of sound. We call it blended sound. Like one of them is, look, okay, uh, go to the, sorry, like this one. Can you please read this sentence?
Do you want to go to the supermarket?
Okay. Say one more time. I'm going to write it the sound transcription. Do you?
Do you want to? Do you want to
Very good. Do you want to
go to the supermarket?
go to the? You said the or
Okay.
the?
The.
Okay.
Go to the.
Go to the supermarket. Okay. And as a matter of connected space, if there is do and you together, it becomes do ya. Yeah. You'll find
Do ya.
that uh, natives will not say do you. They will say do ya.
Do ya.
Yeah. Remember, this is another impact of connected space. The you becomes ya. Do you want to go to the okay, I forgot this. Go to the supermarket. That's right. So did you get the difference? One two becomes one two and you becomes yeah. This
That's
is
it.
one of the impacts of the connected speech.
They also can change to want to become a wanna. Am I right, sir? Or no?
Wanna is informal, like wanna, gotta, hapta. Remember that those are informal expressions. I suggest most of the cases you can avoid it if you are not comfortable that whom you're going to talk. Not do not use it. Okay, one.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly speaking, in many cases in UK English, we do not just advise any learner to use informal English. So the basic difference between the formal and informal English is that we use informal English only through our close people like parents, brothers, maybe sisters or relatives or close friend whom you know for a long time. Similarly, people use WhatsApp, yeah, another one.
Mm.
This is another one of the mostly wide use informal English, yeah.
just want to ask your experience. Is it common in the UK system, UK people to use uh, slang like "wanna" in their conversations? When
They
you speak among
use very
people?
very rare cases.
Oh, okay.
Do you know there is a famous British band called, I think, One Direction? Have you ever heard of it?
Mm, maybe I need to check
Okay.
on that.
They have got a song called one way, another, I wanna. They used in many
Mm,
songs, they use this slang, even in the advertisement. But in real life, the fact is that that's why we'd ask not to follow the songs or advertisement. They use many things that are not acceptable for the grammatical aspect. But because of the song, they can use it because it's their
I see.
song. Okay, it's
Okay.
their advertisement. Like, let me show you one good examples. We know good, better, best, right? Superlative degrees. And one of the advertisement, they use good, good, or goodest, which is good, good, or goodest. And people listen to it carefully. Hey, they have used the wrong word. There is no such a word called gooder or goodest. Now, this is a technique, advertising and marketing technique. When they use wrong English in the advertisement, people listen to it carefully and remember which brand. Oh, this is
Yeah.
the brand that is using gooder, not better, okay, not best or goodest. Similarly, bad, better, baddest, another advertisement. So these are kind of marketing or promotion techniques when some people, some companies think to use it so that people can remember the product or the quality or the service. Okay,
Correct.
so I have heard that people use it. White people, I wanna,
Mm,
yeah, I wanna come to a party because the person is close to them. As you say, it is an informal English. So informal is when you have very close friend, you can use it wanna, WhatsApp. But generally they don't because
mm,
uh, as you remember, English language is not only a language; it also teaches us manners, politeness, etiquettes, and courtesy as well. Okay, and these are
mm,
the ways you can always show your courtesy by using proper word. And sometimes some of the words they call the street language, which is like, uh, I'm sorry to say, like the Americans they use the word dude. Yeah,
do it.
dude. Yeah, dude is like friend or mate. But in many parts of England, people think that dude is a street language. But it is their thoughts only. So I always
Mm,
suggest to use the proper word. When you're having conversation with your colleagues, maybe, or your juniors, or maybe any party over the phone. Okay. So
okay.
anyway, you can use it, Wana. I don't say that you can't, but you can. Yeah. Just you have to remember that in which environment are you talking, where you are having your conversation. Okay. One.
All right. Yeah.
I
Thank you,
remember
sir.
that language is never stable. It changes over the period of time. And if you ever read the history of English language, the British language especially, and it came from the German tribe, Anglo and Saxon. And the word English is from the tribal name, Anglo. It became English later. And unless until some of the British writers like Shakespeare, Jane Austen, and Chaucer, then Samuel Taylor Coleridge, some of the old British poets, they started creating their own words, especially Shakespeare. And those words are called really Shakespearean words. And one of
Mm,
them is, potato couch. Have you ever heard of
mm,
it? This expression?
no, no. Yeah, couch. Yeah.
Couch. It is created by Shakespeare. And
Oh,
later, it became a very amazing expression, potato cows. You don't know this expression? Maybe we have to take a lesson about some of the amazing expressions. Potato cows means a lazy person who watches TV all day, sitting on the sofa. Couch means sofa.
yeah.
Watches TV and spends that time. Okay, it's a good expression. I hear it very often in many, perspective. People use it. Hey, you're nothing but a potato couch. Means lazy person.
Oh,
Okay,
potato couch.
yeah, lazy person. Okay, so couch is one of the words that was created by Shakespeare, and many other amazing things like to be or not to be. One expression we use it very often. Then all that glitters is not gold. Then downstairs, upstairs, melancholy, soliloquy. These are his words.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Good to know that. A lot of word created by him.
Yes. If you ever
That's
search on Google Shakespearean words, you'll find a big list expressions, maybe 400 or 500 words he created, more than
oh,
300 as far as I know.
mm, amazing.
Okay, you can practice this. Do you want to go to the supermarket rather than do you? Okay, a native will not say do you, do ya in one breath. Want to go to the supermarket. And another thing, one, sorry, I've maybe I explained or not. When you're talking, we do not stress on every word. We stress on the important words. We call them strong words or content words. And if I teach you the technique, you'll be able to find out. And the other words we do not stress. We call them weaker words or functional words. Let me write it so that you can remember. Yeah, content words, strong words, functional, weak words. Yeah, we call them weak words where we don't stress at all. Like, let me give you one good example. Okay, the greatest way to understand the content word is that with this word, people will be able to understand what you're trying to say. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
What do you want?
In this sentence, which one you think the strong word or content word?
Mm, one. One is the content word.
Want? Mhm.
One.
How about you?
Uh, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? You is a functional. I think one is a content word.
Want is the content word, you think?
Yes.
You? Okay. Picture it, there is no what and do and want. You. You.
You. You is a content word.
You is a content word. Yes, you understand now. You see? When you're pointing you, that is the main word. Then you want. So forget about what and do. Okay, you want something. Look, this with these two words, even you can express yourself, and people will be able to understand what you're trying to say. You want what?
Mm,
Then with the body language, you want. You see, body language you're using. So here, you is the main content word, and want is the related content word. Other words are functional words. So what do you want? Remember, when it is a content words, our tone, intonation must be stressed, or you can give a emphasis like "Who are you?" You see, who is the content word here? You. Who are you? Look, who are you? It is going up and down.
who are you?
Okay. Another
Mm-hmm.
example, or like this one. Where are you from? It could be from and from. From, you see? Hey, where are you from? I'm sure you have heard this sentence in many movies and many expressions. We are stressing on from.
Where are you from?
You from, yeah? You from. Similarly, this is the content word. And people will be able to understand if you say this word to anyone. Hey, you from, rather than where. Remove the where, okay?
Mm.
Clear? So
Yes.
these are the ways you can always detect strong words or content words, and the other words which you don't stress are weaker words of functional words. Okay,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
you could practice this sound. Do you want to remember double consonant rule?
Do
Uh,
you want to?
okay, and another double consonant rule is that when there are two consonants in the same spelling, we do not pronounce the second one if it is same sound.
Want to?
Let me show you examples. I'm trying to remember other examples. Okay, can you see these words?
Yes.
How do you pronounce the first one?
Uh, Parallel.
Mm-hmm.
Parallel.
Parallel, yeah? Parallel or
Parallel.
parallel?
Not sure, but I learned about this from you. I heard from your live stream. So we just remove one L when
Mm,
there is a double consonant.
yes.
Parallel.
Now, how do you
Not
pronounce
sure.
it? That's my question.
Which
Parallel.
one? Parallel.
But very often people said parallel, you know, rather than lel. The original pronunciation is lel because of the e. Parallel.
Mm, parallel.
Okay, and did I also explain the schwa sound, which is the very important part for the English pronunciation in both American English and in the British English? I'm going to show you as well. Parallel, yeah. And next one.
Muhammad.
Very good. Next one.
Abdullah.
Abdullah. Then.
Illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Collaboration.
Amazing. Now I'm going back to parallel. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see that? It's a Cambridge dictionary.
Yes.
Can you see there is a reverse e
Yes.
in the transcription? Parallel.
Parallel.
I'm making it a little bit longer. Okay. Can you see A and E together after P?
Yes. Can see.
Yeah, and after there is a dot. If you
Mm-hmm.
find when you're going to the dictionary, if you find a dot means these are the syllables. If you remember syllables, syllable is the technique how a word can be broken and pronounced correctly. We call them syllable. There is monosyllable, which has got only one stress, disyllable, two stress, polysyllable more than two stress. So there are two dots, but three different parts means it is three syllabic words. Parallel.
Parallel.
Okay, is it clear? So if you can see A and E together in English letter in phonetics, when there are two vowels are joined together, we call them diphthong.
Diphthong.
And A and E is an example in this case, parallel. So this sound is like parallel. Yeah,
Parallel.
yeah. And this
A.
E, reverse E, is we call schwa sound. If you remember, very often we express this schwa sound. I'm writing in the comment section. Okay, SHAWA, and that is expressed like this reverse E, schwa sound. Okay. So, what is the impact of schwa sound? Schwa sound means in English, phonetics, when you shouldn't pronounce the sound, or lazy sound, we call sometimes. S-
Mm.
Okay, so we learned diphthong when two vowels are together, connected together, and the schwa sound. Because of the schwa sound, I'll teach you another technique for some of the words after that explanation of schwa sound. Parallel. We don't stress on it. Parallel.
Parallel. Parallel.
Okay, but look at the ESIP. Let us listen to it. Yeah. One moment. Parallel. Would you like to try one?
Yes, one more time.
Parallel.
Parallel. Okay.
But look at the American IPA. Parallel.
Parallel.
The diphthong is not there. Have you noticed it? It is simply E sound.
Yes.
But in British IPA it's R and E sounds. That's why this sound is a bit different than the parallel. Parallel. So they're stressing on the diphthong. Diphthong means you have to stress a little bit. Parallel, but parallel. Pa and pa. Clear?
Yes.
Great. Thank you very much. And I'm going to share you another thing. Present tense. Okay. Now, if your words have ending ALLY, yeah, there are thousands of words. Um, for example, can you tell me more words that have got ALLY at the end?
Usually.
Usually, yes. Actually,
Normally.
normally, there are thousands of words. Huh?
Mhm.
I'm going to explain something in a moment. Yeah. Can you see ALLY? The A becomes short sound, which means we don't have to pronounce it.
Mm.
So if you don't pronounce the A, how do you sound like this word? It's not basically, it's basically, because A is not there.
Basically.
Yeah, did you get the point? One.
Yes. Yes. Basically.
What about the other words?
Physically.
Very good.
Physic.
Physically. Then
Literally.
literally, yeah. Not
Literally.
literally, literally.
Literally. Usually.
Mm-hmm.
Actually.
Actually,
Actually.
actually.
Actually. Actually.
Great. Next one.
Normally.
Normally or normally?
Uh, I think maybe normally or normally. Normally. But
Okay.
I always heard something like normally. Normally.
Normal, but normally, remember. Okay, let me show you, yeah, so that is clear for you and other people who are watching. That's why you can always check any sound by going to a dictionary website. Don't go to the Google, rather go to the specific dictionary, like maybe Oxford or maybe Merriam-Webster or maybe Cambridge. Look at the transcription normally. Can you see? The schwa sound is there. Normally. It's like
Normally.
normally. Normally. But A is there, Slide. Normally.
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 Okay. Now, greatest impact once again. One, the people who are listening. British English, we call it Rhotic English, if you remember.
Yes.
Rhotic means most of the cases when there is R sound, we do not pronounce the R. Okay. Except if the R is at the beginning of the sentence and or are in between two vowel sound.
Mm.
You'll, that is the very basic technique of British accent or British pronunciation. We do not pronounce R at all. 80% cases where there is R, we do not pronounce it. Like we do not say normally, okay? But in American English, they have to pronounce it.
Normally.
Yeah, they will
Mm.
say normally, but we don't say normally. Have you heard the British pronunciation? Listen to it carefully.
Normally.
No, there is no R sound. Can you see in the
Yes.
IPA? In the
Yes.
transcription, there is no R. But look at
Correct.
this, there is R here. Can you see R?
Yes.
Okay, normally. So what happens to the R in the British IPA? It is replaced by the vowel sound. Okay, so
Mm.
normally, not normally. Listen,
Normally. Normally.
Mm.
did you get the difference?
Normally.
Yes.
Normally,
Normally.
No.
and you can see the schwa sound, yeah, as I explained. This is a very basic, important rule to develop your pronunciation. So from now on, if you find this type of words, try to follow it. Though sometimes it is difficult because all of these years we practiced in a different way. Now, suddenly, when you are practicing in the correct, it will be seem to be a bit difficult, but it is overcomable. Okay, you can overcome it by practicing, by focusing.
Okay.
All right, and so now there we learned few things today. Remember, you need to practice at the end of the day. Okay, whatever I
Yes.
explain, if you don't practice it, if you don't show as an output. I was in Monica's live stream who donated some money. She was asking input, and input is that when you're trying to learn something, when a teacher is giving you explanation, or in another we call it language acquisition. Okay, and the output is that when you're practicing by yourself, when you're talking to someone else, maybe you're making a live stream, or maybe you are trying to help others explaining the similar things. It is very good practice and good technique to remember and develop yourself. Okay, do you have any other words?
Mm. Any other words for
This one,
nation or
yeah,
ALLY?
EALLY.
Mm. Yes.
Nationally, this is okay. Rationally, similarly.
Many more. Beautifully.
Beautifully, no, there is no a sound. No,
No. It's,
beautifully, because there is no a.
okay. Yeah. Beautifully. There's no A.
And also, have you noticed all this double L becomes one L because of the double consonant? Dot physically, yeah,
Beautifully. Yes.
literally, usually, actually, normally, nationally, rationally, beautifully, not beautifully, yeah,
Mm.
beautifully.
Beautifully.
Any other example?
Mm. No.
Love. I don't know how did you make the comments. Possibly you're using the old version of the app because only the subscribers can comment. Short sound, a half sound is same. Kind of, you can say that. Okay, like doctor, yeah, pool. So is it clear now? One.
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any other grammar confusions maybe we can discuss today?
So far, no, but maybe if I want to ask some tips from you, sir.
Sure.
It's- so maybe you can share with me and other viewers as well the way for us to improve our vocabulary, like what you did before, because you are not a native speakers. So how do you do? What do you do to improve your vocabulary
Uh,
and make it more easier so that we will not be the words that we learn will not be forgotten.
that's right. Okay, I understand. Uh, Honestly, it started very early age. How I learned all the vocabulary. I remember that when I was in college student, year 12, year 11. I'm sorry. I met a friend from my own city, and one day he took me to his home, and I was surprised. In his home, he has got a family library full of English books, all British literatures, American literatures. I also found Russian literatures like Lew Tolstoy. Then I found some other Chinese literature as well. All were in English books. And I asked him if I can borrow the books to read, and he said yes. So people do not believe it. There were around 5,000 books, and it took for me to read all of the books in around 2 to 3 years time. Now you calculate, if there are 5,000 books in a library, and I read in 3 years time, so 3 years is basically 365 multiplied by 3 is say 1100 days. Now you divide 5,000 divided by 1100. So I finished on an average one book 5 to 6 days. How could it
Mm,
be possible to during those days? Because I had enough time those 3 years, and I just focused on developing reading, understanding, and vocab. Now we all are adult now, so our learning style must be different. So what you have to do, you have to motivate yourself first. What do you like to learn? Would you like to go for fiction, or maybe sci-fi, maybe romantic books, or maybe normal blog, okay, or maybe newspaper? But newspaper is honestly a combination of all kinds of different kinds of vocabs. Like you'll find the news about and words about politics, crime. You'll find the news about sports like football, cricket, baseball, okay, racing. News about the celebrity, TV, geography, news about the science, COVID development, new satellite. So I suggest, if you have time, there are some English papers you can find from the website freely. You can download and read there. So as an adult, it is found in its statistics that we shouldn't learn more than 10 to 12 words for a day, in a day. So what
mm,
happens if you learn more than this? You'll be forgetting after 24 hours. So whatever you learn the word, so you have to have the reading strategy. You have to motivate yourself to read, okay, one and everyone. So
mm,
when you read a word, try to know what kind of parts of speech. I'm going to give an example, okay, very easy example. Hang on a second. Like you said beautifully, right? Say a word you have found beautiful. So what is beautiful? One, beautiful is an adjective.
mm,
So make a sentence like, it's a beautiful day. Wow, the girl is beautiful. I've got a beautiful present from my wife. Okay. Or you can say, I bought some beautiful gifts for our children during the Eid or during the Christmas time. Now, the second question should be coming to your mind. Can you make more sentences or more words from this word beautiful by changing different way? Okay. Beautiful is adjective. Like beautiful is an adverb. Okay.
mm,
Now, if you write beautiful, this is adverb.
mm.
Can you make a sentence with this word beautifully? One.
Beautifully. you you have done this. You have done this beautifully. You have done this art beautifully.
Hmm. You have done this art beautifully. Or he speaks beautifully. So
He
remember
speaks.
that we need to understand what is an adverb. An adverb always explains how an action is done, or maybe it explains another adverb. Okay, like
Mm,
how did he do the art? Beautifully. How does he speak? Beautifully. So this is adverb. Can we make it noun like beauty? Yes, it's a noun.
beauty.
And you know this greatest quotation: a truth of beauty is joy forever. That is. Can you make more noun? Yes, beautician. One.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
One
just
noun for.
I'm just giving some examples from one word. Look how many words you can make from the root
Yes.
word. Yeah, like it is a beauty that we must be honest. Okay, one sentence. Oh, she's a beautician who works in a beauty parlor. You know the beauty parlor, yeah? There are thousands of beauticians work there.
Oh.
Can we make it a verb? Yes, beautify. Verb. So make a sentence like truthfulness beautifies your character. Okay.
Mm,
Can you make any other form of verb? Yes, beautifying, which is gerund. If you remember gerund, uh,
yes.
gerunds are those words when you use ing with a verb and that works like a noun or adjective. We call them gerund. Like it is a beautifying matter that we must be honest always. Okay. Can you make
Okay.
another more sentences, more words? Yes, beautifyingly, another adverb. Beautifyingly. Now look at sorry, adverb anyway. Look now have a look. From word beautiful, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. We have found seven words. This is the one of the ways you can always develop your vocab. When you have learned a word, try to find what kind of participants and try to make sentences and read it loudly. So what happens when you're reading loudly? Your brain can hear whatever you're pronouncing. And now very often you are confused. Oh, I'm reading it. Are this pronunciation correct? You don't know because there is no one to assess your pronunciation. Do one thing, record your voice with your mobile phone or the audio device and listen to it later. And honestly speaking, 190% cases you'll be able to understand your own pronunciation if there is any mistake or not. You'll feel that, oh, it doesn't sound right to me. Let's try. Then you go to the dictionary like this, compare the sound and compare your sound.
Mm,
Okay, then it will be much understandable for you when you're comparing these two sounds because the dictionary sound is the standard acceptable, but you're trying to, we call it imitation or shadowing. Now you're trying to pronounce the same word similarly, like beautiful. Welcome, it's a beautiful day. Let's enjoy the whole weekend. Yeah, for example.
mm,
Is it clear? So
yes.
similarly, when you have the strong desire to learn vocabs, go to the website to read an English newspaper. Guardian has free website. Okay, then Sunday has free website. This is a British paper I'm talking about. There are some many American websites as well, paper website. You go to the online, download the free PDF, then you read it, underline it, find the meaning, make sentences, and once again, do not learn more than 10 to 12 in a day. And also make a good habit of practice of reading every day.
Mm,
Do not leave a single day without reading, even maybe it's for a word, for a dialect, maybe an expressions. Okay, so let's
okay.
learn. We have learned one Shakespearean expression. potato couch, yeah? Couch
Potato.
potato. Not potatoes, couch potato, sorry.
Yeah, got potato.
Potato. Have you heard cat got your tongue?
No.
When you can't speak for many reasons, it could be shyness, it could be you're scared, or it could be something else. We express this one. Has the cat got your tongue? Oh, you're not talking. Has the cat got your tongue?
Cat got your tongue.
Yeah, you can use it. It's a very standard expression, though it is an idioms. And also remember that one and all the people who are listening, we do not use idioms in our writing. Academic writing, they are not accepted. It is only for our conversation. Make your conversation more interesting and amazing. We don't say he's a couch potato in writing. Okay, we simply say you have to say lazy. Okay,
Mm.
remember that this is a very amazing matter for even the IELTS candidates. Do not write any idioms in your writing, academic writing. It's only for your conversation, speaking techniques. This is one of them. Another one is that uh, forgot what is the expression I was going to explain to you. Couch potato cat got your tongue. Then, do you have any idioms on your mind? One?
Mm. Mm.
No?
I cannot
Oh,
think for now.
we have got 2 more minutes. Wow, I didn't realize that. Time goes quickly.
If we ask people a question and they didn't give any answer to us, can we say that have the cat got your tongue? Is that correct, sir, to say it like
Yeah.
that? Oh,
So, has the cat got your tongue?
that's a got on you.
Or have you heard this expression? And ants in your pants.
What is it?
Ants in your pants.
No.
This is another expression. Yeah. So ant. When the ant bites you, what happens?
Oh, itchy. You feel itchy. Itch.
Itchy, or it can be irritated, or it can be
Irritated.
restless. So ants in your pants mean when you become impatient and anxious.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, we've got 10 seconds. Thank you very much, one.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
will
so much, sir.
I'll see you next week. You take care and practice, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So hello, SG, welcome. I didn't notice that you're here.